always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Been a week. Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure most of you, just like me, out here grilling. I got the grill going outside. Got the Katota started up. Trying to get some heat in it. Just wanted to touch on some things. We haven't really done much, but we've done some. Done a lot. Done some motor work. Done some... how do I say this? Done some wire management on some of the motor stuff that we got. I'll do some close-ups of all of this. But we got a lot of cool things in. We got our new rear axle in from Hyper. The cool thing about the one from Hyper is it's about 3 or 4 inches longer than what we have been running, with a lot more spline on it. I don't know if you can see this, but the spline, being able to do spacing for our chain and everything else is really important. Plus, being able to get left rears on it means a lot to us. We got a bunch of random left rears. None of them are exactly the same, but it works out. One thing I do want to touch on, Brad Wilson from LST, Leary Shock Technology. He's a really, really good friend of mine. He does all of CJ Leary stuff. Obviously, the company's owned by CJ and his dad, Chuck Leary. These names may sound familiar to you. CJ's are one of the most top-notch USAC drivers now, and Chuck is probably one of the best tire guys in the business. He hooked me up with what I wasn't able to find was the helper springs, the slider kit with the locking collars. Now, most of these sliders are either like nylon or some kind of plastic. These are aluminum. They're not going to go anywhere. Yeah, they may scratch up a little bit of something, may drag a little bit, but I really don't think they're going to. They're machined so close that I don't think we're going to have any issues. But aside from that, Brad has some of the best valving packages out there when it comes to sprint car racing. Whether it's wing, 410, 360, non-wing, 410, 360, micros, minis. He's got one of the best track records out there as far as a program and a business of winning championships and putting guys up front. I like to call them dig sticks, traction sticks, whatever you want to say. His program really helps with forward drive, side bite, feel, comfort, and adjustability. I'd love to have Brad on. Maybe some point I can get Brad on and do like a little Zoom call and let him talk about his program. But coming from my background at Afco Racing, he was one of my guys that I sold parts to and worked with through Pro and Afco. He's done a lot for me personally, and my knowledge of the game, and he treats everybody that he works with, he treats them exactly the same. He's going to work with you. He's going to give you all the knowledge. 9 times out of 10, you call him, he answers. If he doesn't, he calls you right back, and he helps you. I mean, he helped me with bar choices. He helps me with setup choices. He's got a lot of knowledge that I think is really important to your program yourself. Because if you don't got guys that'll work with you or have time to work with you, you're missing out on the best objects that you can have. And that's people in your corner that's willing to make sure your program goes in the direction you want it to. So that's what we got going on. We got some other stuff. I'll just do some real quick recap videos of that. I also, first and foremost, I want to apologize about the sound. I didn't realize our ultrasonic cleaner was going to play havoc in hell with my microphone on my camera, phone, whatever you want to call it. But we got a shop cat now. She's just hanging out. Ziggy! Ziggy! She don't care. Well, I'm going to do some videos, show you what we got going on. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Super Bowl Sunday. I got wings and some twice bakes in the oven and wings on the smoker and kids all dressed up and having a good time. But let's take a look at what we got going on. Thanks for joining in, guys.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe.
So, one thing that me and Steve worked on this past week is we worked on getting the motor together. I got the injection stacks done. You guys saw me working on that. Got them cleaned up. Got the filters lubed clean. Everything's clean. Freed up our throttle linkage, all the springs in there. Made sure everything's good, not ready, completely cleaned out, oiled, lubed, ready to go. This motor, as you can see the name on it, it's backwards, but you get the idea. That's the B-Town Banger. That's from Bloomington. This motor that Steve got, we got it from Hoosier Speed last year. This is the motor that one of our good friends, Cody Trammell, I think he won a championship in it. He borrowed it. Like this motor, he's won a lot of races in. I think the only out of like 7. Don't quote me on this, but I'm going to go with what my memory tells me, and I'm getting old. He won 6 out of 7 races on this, and then borrowed it from us for like 2 races, and either won one or both. I can't remember, but B-Town Banger, and it's for Bloomington. This motor with this injection, this is the matching injection stack with the ECU from Gould that matches this motor. I spent a lot of time trying to clean this motor up, get it ready to go in a car. I really want this car or this motor to look good in the car. I'm a big proponent of you only get the car to look nice once, and that's usually right before the season starts. So you might as well make it look like a show car for a month, and then start working on the stuff you break. But this is really neat. We got it on a motor stand. We got our motor stands over there that we actually put them on the ground. But his dad fabbed up these 90-degree L brackets so we can put it on an actual motor stand and work on it up off the ground. Because there's some things that we got to change, add, whatnot. Like we got new block off plates coming for these. Replace these. We've got to put a fitting on this. Remove a freeze plug. Put a fitting on it for oil. But I really appreciate it. Thank you, Steve. I didn't get any videos of that night. I think it was Thursday or Friday. But we spent a lot of time hanging out, trying to talk about racing, talk about the season coming up, talk about the season before. We don't get to spend as much time together because he's moving. But got the motor together. The motor's ready to go, ready to rock and roll. We got some custom Nerfs made by Brad Loyet at EP4. One of the nicest guys to work with. I haven't spoken to him on the phone, just via email, but these turned out fantastic. They're custom Nerfs. We did some things, like I said, we went to 4 points, so we had to get new Nerf bars made than what Spike and Foz offered. Now the neat thing about this is his lead time. His custom Nerf, like ordering sheet's really easy to use. If you haven't worked with him, I'll link everything and down below. Plus, we'll put everything in there. We'll put everything in there. But his lead time is like 2 to 3 days. I mean, I ordered these on Thursday. He shipped them Thursday last week. He shipped them out on Monday, even with a race weekend. And his pricing's great. His shipping's great. If you haven't spoken to Brad or thought about it, if you need custom Nerfs made, he's the guy to go to. I cannot wait to get these on the car.
Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption.